Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the mid-year freakout tag. Let's get into it. Before we start the video, I wanted to do a quick little update on my book tracker and show you how many books I've read so far this year. So these are all the favorite books for the year so far. I only have 9 5-stars, but you can also see that over here. I have 9 5-stars. I had 47 4-stars, 46 3-stars, 9 2-stars, and no 0 stars. It says I've started and completed 119 books, but technically I've only finished 110. The other 9 are books that I'm reading right now currently. I like to put them in the tracker when I know I'm about to start reading them. So there are 9 that I am currently or waiting to read for this month. For the month of January, I read 21 books. The month of February, 18, March, 15, kind of a low month, which I understand is technically our second trimester in school and I have to do report cards that month. In April, I read 19. In May, I read 19, and then in June, I read 18. Again, makes sense because it's the end of the school year. So, and like I said, I've started 9 books, but I am not counting them for this because I'm doing it mid-year. These are some of the books that I finished in June and what I rated them. And then these are all of the books that I've read so far currently on my bookshelf, which is kind of cool. It says the top author is Megan Quinn, which is fun because I have read 3 of her books at this point now this year. It says the longest book is 592. My top genre is adult romance, and my top reading month was January, but I do have a lot of time off. This is how much I've spent on books so far this year, and this is my wish list cost. And these are just numbers that you put in when you are uploading. It says I've read 38,246 pages so far, and it says 0 audiobooks. That's not true. I've actually did a lot of tandem reading and listening, but I just don't know how to put that in this spreadsheet yet. I haven't figured it out. I don't know. I've tried a lot of things and I can't figure it out. It does say my last finished book was All of Us Murderers, and that was June 30th. And these were my favorite books for June. Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, Yesteryear was great. Archer's Voice, I Get the Hype, it was amazing. And then A Love Song for Ricky Wilde, which I gave 4 stars, and Call Me By Your Name, which I gave 5 stars. And you will see that in a video soon if it's not out already. But yeah, I just wanted to just give you a quick little update on where I'm at in my reading journey for the year, and let's get back to the video. All right, I hope you enjoyed the stats. I think I've been doing pretty well so far on the books that I've been reading, going a little bit slower than I would say normal, but I think that's okay. Let's go ahead and start with my favorite books this year. So I have a few. The books are here. The first one is If an Egyptian Cannot Speak English. This one is very short. I have a whole vlog dedicated to this, reading this and a couple other books, which I will link below. But this one was beautiful. It hit me over the head. Very much an outsider trying to find her path and technically find love. And yeah, she lives in Egypt. She is an expat living in Egypt, and she's trying to find herself, and it is wonderful. It is so beautiful. The next one is Call Me By Your Name. This is the book that was then turned into a movie starring Timothée and Armie Hammer, who, but this one was incredible. This was another 5-star for me this year. I had never read it before, and I was blown away by how much internal dialogue we're getting. We're really getting to understand Elio's point of view with that inner dialogue. This was beautiful, and I loved every second of it. I mean, just so much better than the movie, and the movie is like my favorite. So yeah, this was great. Definitely recommend this one. The next one that was a 5-star for me, and I have more 5 stars, but these are like the top ones, was Exit Lane. And this one is a story about a girl who Well, technically, a girl who's falling in love with a boy, they're falling in love with each other, and it's over the course of like 8 years. Sometimes one is ready, but the other person isn't. Vice versa. They also meet in college and they do like a ride share, and spend like a couple days together driving back to their hometown, which they coincidentally live kind of close to each other. It was really beautiful. I liked the long distance aspect of it because they do also continue their friendship and relationship over the course of those 8 years, like I said, and also throughout that time, they're talking on the phone, they're writing letters to each other and emails and things like that. It just was really fun, and I just loved it. It gave me all the nostalgic college vibes, and yeah, I just really liked it. Oh, and then the last one is, I don't have the book with me, I gave it to somebody to read, is James by Percival Everett. I would just say read it. It's basically a retelling, like fanfic version of the story of James, the slave in Huckleberry Finn. So it was great, beautifully written, and really gave a voice to such an overlooked character, in my opinion. So all the books that I have read on camera, I will link those videos below. I am going kind of quickly because I've spoke more in depth, like I said, in those other videos. So I'm just gonna go out of order. My biggest surprise this year, so I don't have these two books, but my biggest surprises were Heart the Lover by Lily King. Was beautiful. It's a story about three friends, and they're in college. Maybe I like college stories, I don't know. And then two of them fall in love, basically. And there's a little bit of a love triangle there too as well. It's just beautiful. It's beautifully written, and it is technically the prequel to Writers and Lovers by Lily King. And I read that like 4 years ago, and that one was like 5 stars for me too. So they were both 5 stars and just beautifully written. The other one, which I was shocked about, is Shield of Sparrows. It's a fantasy, and I'm not that crazy about fantasy, but this is a chosen one fantasy. Follows our main character, Odessa. She is basically trying to make her father proud and marry a king from a different area so that their families are bonded. I guess it's kind of like a way to bridge the two families together. She does end up marrying him, and then all these things happen. She's finding out a lot about herself and a lot about her new husband. She also has somebody who is basically watching after her. He is there basically just to protect her. There's a lot of banter between them. He hates her, she hates him, until they don't anymore. It's an interesting storyline. I thought the world building was pretty good too, and like you can understand it. The ending was wild and definitely makes me want to read the second. So that's why I thought that one was also so surprising, because I'm not usually a fantasy reader. I'll just go with favorite sequel is And Now Back to You. So this one follows Delilah. She's a journalist, and what is his name? Jackson. He is the meteorologist, and they are trying to basically like study a storm that's like the storm of the century that's happening in this town that they live in. And there's a lot of forced proximity in this. There is also banter, a lot of banter. They don't really like each other. If you know from the first book, they're not into each other. This also has one bed, only one bed trope, and then they're also snowed in during a snowstorm. So this was really fun. It was really cozy. This would be perfect for winter. A book that I want to read by the end of this year, I really want to read Madonna in a Fur Coat. This one is, I've talked to you guys about this one before. I need to read this. It's so short. I don't even know why I'm lagging, but it's about a man who falls in love with, well, he goes to see this painting every single day, and he ends up falling in love with the painting, but also by chance meets the photographer, kind of falls in love as well. I'm really like excited to read this, and I just need to. Another one that I'd like to read by the end of this year is The Woman Destroyed by Simone de Beauvoir. I don't really know what this is about, and it doesn't give me really anything from the back here. Stories about the decay of passion. So I think maybe there are a bunch of little stories in here, which, hey, I'll take it. So yeah, I'd like to read this by the end of the year. I would also really like to try and read Quicksilver, or When the Moon Hatched is what it's called, because I'm really trying to read a little bit more fantasy this year. So yeah, I'd like to read one of those. All right, let's do most anticipated for the second half of the year. First most anticipated is Lost and Found. That's by Tara DeWitt. That one is the third in the Spoons Oregon series. I've read the other two, and I own the other two, and I have this one on pre-order. Tara DeWitt is one of my favorite authors. But yeah, I really like the last one, so I can't wait to see what happens in this final part of this storyline. And then the next one I would like to read that I had a lot of fun with in October is Julia Olivia's new book, Love Felt Like This. Again, I don't really know much about it. I just know that I love the author and their writing, so I'm going to read it. I'm excited for it. And then the last one, I've had good luck with this author as well, is Tanana Reevdu, and that book is called Mazywood. It's horror. That's what that author does, and does it very well. So yeah, I'm excited to read that one as well. The books that made me laugh this year and or I had fun reading, there's two that really stick out in my mind. The first one is This Story Might Save Your Life. And that one is basically a podcast and a book together. I listened to this on audio as I was driving home from a vacation, and it was the best drive of my life. I mean, I was just like looking out the window and listening to the story. I recommend it on audio. It is so good. This is also a 5-star for me. It was just great. It was so good. I vividly remember the characters, just think about them a lot. And it's kind of a little bit of a podcast, a little bit of a love story, a little bit of a mystery, but I do recommend you checking it out. It is so good, and I would recommend it on audio. The other one is Dungeon Crawler Carl. I own that book as well. I read it for a vlog, and I will put any of those vlogs below. It was great. Another 5-star of mine. I would say listening to it on audio again would be a great move, because I read it in tandem and listened to it on audio at the same time, and it was wonderful. A lot of action, a lot of adventure, a lot of suspense, funny lines, and just, yeah, it was great. So I would recommend that. And then it makes me want to read the whole series. They're all like little different adventures that Donut and Carl go on in this little lit RPG world. Okay, so my favorite videos that I filmed this year are probably my cafe and classics, which I will continue filming, and it seems like you guys really liked them as well. So like I said, we'll be continuing that series. I also really liked my recent Summerween vlog. That one was really fun to film. I liked filming that one probably more than the one I filmed the year before. The next one I also really liked are any of like my travel reading vlogs, but specifically I really liked the one I just did for Yosemite and Kings Canyon, the reading vlog there, because I was reading in different locations that were really pretty. And then I also really liked the Read With Me that was on the train that I think recently came out. That one was really fun too. And then any upcoming ideas for vlogs or for my content and my channel, I think the biggest thing is when I get a few more subscribers, a couple hundred more subscribers, I would like to maybe start a book club, and maybe on like Discord or something like that. I don't know exactly how to do that yet, or Fable. Start a book club and then just have everybody reading, but like separate books. But if they want to come together and read books together, I don't know. I just want to build a community, build a bit bigger of a community so that we can all have fun and read together and like, I don't know, just have fun. Thank you so much for watching my mid-year freak out. I think it's been a good year so far. I'm really excited to see what the rest of the reading year holds for me and for you. Let me know what you're excited for. Let me know your favorite books this year, and maybe, I don't know, the books that made you laugh, and yeah, what you're excited to read. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.